Ohtani is the biggest free agent of all time, and since everyone's fighting for him, I'm putting him on every MLB team to see which team ends up with the best Ohtani. This video may help decide the best fit for the MVP winner, but I'm also going to take over the team this wheel lands on, but with a huge disadvantage, and it looks like it's going to be the LA Dodgers. Obviously, it would be way too easy to win with Ohtani on the Dodgers, so he's starting off at a 0 overall, and this is going to make this challenge much more difficult as he's absolutely terrible. We can upgrade Ohtani anytime he makes a good play, and this is good because my job is to get him back to 99 overall, win him an MVP, win him a World Series, and get him into the Hall of Fame. We're already behind in our race to be the best Ohtani, but the wheel's starting us out strong with plus 30 boost to all pitching stats, and Ohtani's already up to 33 overall. We've still got a lot of work to do, but a pitching upgrade's a great start as Ohtani's actually going to hit a single off of himself, and that'll definitely earn him another upgrade. We've got a tie game, and Shohei has a chance for another hit in this game, and he's actually going to keep this one fair right down the first baseline, and I'm going to squeeze that into his first base hit of the entire video, and that one was so close to pulling foul. We ended up winning that game, which is going to give Ohtani 2 more upgrades as we have another pitching boost, and the second spin finally gives us a hitting boost. Ohtani's overall is most affected by his pitching ratings as he's already up to a 49 overall. This is a difficult task because we need to develop Shohei as a pitcher and a hitter as this one's blocked by the second baseman, but Ohtani's able to beat out the throw. Regardless, we're going to lose this game, and our bad Ohtani is definitely holding our team back. We have loaded bases and the chance to come through in the clutch, and we're going to do just that, hitting this one down the first baseline, and that's going to break the tie, scoring 2 runs. Those 2 runs help the Dodgers get the win, as Ohtani earns an upgrade, allowing him to get a stat up to 99, and I'm definitely going to go with this contact versus righties. This is not a very good offensive stat line so far. We're going to need this 99 contact to catch up to the other Ohtanis, as here's a multi-hit game. We're starting to get good momentum from the wheel, and we're going to max out Shohei's plate vision, which should definitely help him out, as here's a nice line drive through the infield. Just getting these 2 hitting stats up to 99 is already making a difference, as here's another 2-hit game, but we're still really underperforming at 20 and 31. To make things worse, the other Ohtanis around the league are absolutely crushing it, which makes my job of becoming the best Ohtani very difficult. Ohtani on the Reds is an absolutely crazy idea, as we get a hit off Hunter Green, and the good thing for Ohtani is that the Dodgers are starting to win games again, as we really need the wheel to give him something good, and it's going to deliver with plus 15 to all stats, getting Ohtani's overall up to 67. Shohei Ohtani is dominating the early MVP and Cy Young voting, so we've got a lot of work to do even as our team's improving at 29 and 33. We're facing off against Ohtani and the Giants, and it would be crazy to hit our first home run against ourselves, but we're just not going to have the power to do that. Ohtani hasn't signed at the time of this video, but many people do believe the Giants could be contenders as we're going to single off of him, but the Giants Ohtani is going to get the win in the end. We desperately need another upgrade facing Ohtani's former team, and he's going to clear this one up the middle for a base hit. 0 overall Ohtani does not hit well against lefties yet, but we're going to rocket this one back up the middle for an RBI as we're looking for revenge against our former squad, and this blooping 2 RBI single is the perfect way to cap this one off. Ohtani had a 3-hit game despite facing a lineup of lefties, and he's earning plus 10 to all stats as he's already up to 79 overall. This takes us to the All-Star break where there's a lot of Shohei Ohtani being represented on both sides. Our Ohtani's come a long way since being 0 overall, but I'm beginning to have my doubts if he can even catch up to the other Ohtanis, let alone have a good career for himself. The idea of Ohtani on the Mets is terrifying, especially with Kodai Senga already being there, but he's going to pick up an RBI double in our first game out of the break, as that's going to help our team get the win and get Ohtani another upgrade. Things are definitely looking up for Ohtani as he gains another plus 10, and this upgrade may not seem like much, but it gives a much needed boost to Ohtani's pitching and hitting stats, and he's already the best pitcher on our team. Ohtani's worked his way back up to our ace, and Michael King, who I traded for Clayton Kershaw, is now our number 2. This is Ohtani's first start for us, and it was absolutely electric as he only gave up 1 run and pitched a complete game. However, despite our improvement, a Dodgers team with Shohei Ohtani is somehow at the bottom of their division at 45 and 59. Even though our Ohtani is 91 overall, he's still very far from being the player that we all know he is, but hopefully some more upgrades can change that as he's going to hit another double into right field. This would become another multi-hit game and a very needed win for the Dodgers, and we desperately need some help on offense, so I'm glad the wheel's going to allow us to boost our clutch up to 99. Ohtani's pitched a shutout through 4 against Seattle, and he's going to do some damage on offense as I get away with chasing a high pitch, and with runners at the corners, he's going to walk to get the bases loaded. Ohtani has a shutout through 8, and he's going to strike out himself, and was definitely the MVP in this one, as he would complete the shutout and put together a multi-hit game. There's definitely more room for improvement, especially on offense, and plus 20 to his power is really going to help, especially considering that he has not hit his first dinger yet. Power upgrade should really help Ohtani, as he's still looking for his first dinger, but this one's going to definitely be extra bases, as the outfielder's going to fumble, and this will actually go for his first triple of the entire video. That triple already earns him a wheel spin, but he's going to single for a multi-hit game, and Freeman's gonna score him to help his team get another win. We're nearing the end of season number 1, and our last wheel spin of the year is gonna give us 99 contact versus lefties and 99 plate discipline. We're not gonna make the playoffs, but it's the last game of the year, and Ohtani's gonna blast a double into the gap to score a run. So now we're at Ohtani's last at-bat of the season, and he's gonna blast this one to deep right field. And how fitting is it that we hit a home run on my very last chance to do it this year? Remember to drop a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video and want to see more MLB content. I didn't think we were gonna do another wheel spin this year, but we have to after the big home run. And this is a big upgrade that lets us put 50 points into any stats, and we managed to get Ohtani back up to 99 overall. That concludes an otherwise very disappointing season, as Ohtani only put up a 652 OPS, but did manage to pitch really well down the stretch. Regardless though, we're gonna need some help if we want to catch up to the other Ohtanis, as they swept the MVP and the Cy Young voting. We already got Ohtani back to 99 overall, but our next step is to win a World Series, so the Dodgers need to become a God squad. It's opening day and Ohtani's making the start on the mound, and this game's neck and neck as he's going up against himself, and he's gonna single to put runners at the corners. The Dodgers are looking to break the tie, and this one's hit very well into right center field as Julian's going yard on opening day. That 3-run shot, along with a complete game from Ohtani, is gonna help the Dodgers pick up their first win of the season, and even though we've reached 99 overall, there's still a lot of work to do, and this plus 15 boost to all pitching stats solidifies Shohei as the best pitcher in the league. I would love to see Ohtani's power improve so he can hit more nukes, but it looks like it's not gonna matter as this one's hit very well into right center field, and in just our second game playing with Ohtani, we already have our first home run. Our team is already much better this season, and our 23-8 record leads the division at the end of April. Our Ohtani's definitely off to a great start with 8 home runs, 29 RBIs, and a 980 OPS, while also putting together a 1.9 ERA. That great start to the season earns him a wheel spin, and he's gonna get plus 50 points, which I'm gonna be able to use to almost completely max out both of his power stats. This was the power boost we've been waiting for, and it's gonna come straight into play on our first at-bat against the Rockies as Ohtani's going yard. Home runs win MVP time and time again, and Ohtani's going deep yet again, and he has his first multi-home run game of the entire video on just his second at-bat. Now we've really become a force as I'm gonna dig out this curveball, and I think that's gonna go foul, except it's not as we're waiting on it, and it's gonna clear the foul pole, and I don't think I've ever hit 3 in one game. We're on pace to break the regular season win record, and this is not a shock to me as our Ohtani's in second for MVP and in third for Cy Young. We're down 1-0 against the Yankees, and Ohtani's gonna hit a single sharply through the gap to score a run and tie it up. This game went back and forth, but we have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th, and Ohtani's gonna turn on this pitch from Duran and get his first walk-off in the clutchest moment of the entire video. We're going for the MVP after a wheel spin upgraded our speed, and this RBI double against the Astros is gonna help our case. This is already a 4 RBI game for Shohei Ohtani, and he's looking for number 5 as this RBI double is gonna score his teammate all the way from first base, and our team continues to be unstoppable. That big game catapulted Ohtani into first place for the MVP. I put Ohtani on every team and made our 0 overall, but in season number 2, he's already an all-star, making it at both pitcher and first base. He's the big reason that we have a 65-25 record at the break, and all we can do now is cross our fingers and hope that he wins MVP. Moments like these are the best chance Ohtani has to win MVP, as he's going to opposite field with a tie game in the 9th inning, and that's gonna be a double. Ohtani would help the Dodgers walk this one off, but the MVP race is absolutely impossible to predict right now. The biggest problem for our Ohtani right now is that he only has 30 home runs, which isn't even close to the top of the mark, as the Giants Ohtani has 38 with 103 RPIs and over 1,000 OPS. Cardinals Ohtani has also taken us over for Cy Young, and it's really easy to see why with a whip under 1 and a 1.62 ERA. Giants Ohtani leads the MVP race, but I'm going to take advantage of him with my 3rd hit of the game, scoring 3 runs to break the tie. It's been a while since we've hit a home run, but I'm perfectly okay with that as there's another double for hit number 4, and we take down the Giants. We're on a roll this series, and with a walk-off chance, we're going to come up big with a no-doubt blast to right field, breaking our home run drought with our 34th bomb of the season. Ohtani's been so clutch this season, and the Dodgers already have 90 wins. Ohtani has 41 bombs and a 967 OPS, and he's also been our best starter on the mound this season with a 2.77 ERA and a 1.12 whip, and while it's going to be a close race for the Cy Young Award, he might have to wait another year on the MVP because the Giants Ohtani has 52 bombs. A Cy Young would be really good on Ohtani's Hall of Fame resume, but not nearly as good as an MVP would be as he's looking to make a late season push. The Pirates are trying to close us out, but we have Ohtani up, and this one sails over the fence to tie up this game at 7 apiece. That home run helped the Dodgers get a comeback win, and while he had an amazing season and made a late run for MVP, Giants Ohtani is going to walk away with it, but we did win the Cy Young Award, which is a huge accomplishment on its own. Failing to crack 50 home runs and 1,000 OPS stats really hurt us this year, and while these stats are pretty good, we have to remember that we're talking about Shohei Ohtani, and many of them crack these numbers. We led the entire league in strikeouts though, so there is a lot of hope for the future. However, winning a World Series is another one of our video goals, and we're already down in the series 1-0 to the Mets, and while they lead 4-0 in the first, Ohtani launches an RBI double. We just won 112 games in the regular season, but we're in danger of losing in the first round of the playoffs if we don't make something happen. We need to get a rally going, and Ohtani's gonna blast another single to score a run, and we're suddenly only behind 1 run. Unfortunately for us though, the Mets answered with a huge rally, but at least Ohtani's aboard with his 3rd hit of the game. Unfortunately, our bullpen completely collapsed, and we're in danger of elimination in game number 3. Thankfully, we're out to an early 4-0 lead, which Ohtani is only going to add to. Watching this one go deep to opposite field, and it definitely has the power to leave the yard. The Mets only lead the series 2-1, and we're off to a good start as Ohtani hits a single. That would be the beginning of a good game for the Dodgers as they took care of business on the road to tie the series. However, hope is looking bleak in game 5 as we're already trailing 4 runs and have to take on Shohei Ohtani, and the Mets' lead would only extend from there as we make good contact, but it's very clear that's not going to be able to leave the yard as the Mets knock us out of the playoffs after a 112 win regular season. This is an absolutely heartbreaking way to end it, especially since we have the best roster in the entire league on paper. However, we have a chance to be even better next year with this incoming free agent class. It's season 3 opening day, and Ohtani has not allowed a run through 7, and that would turn into a complete game shutout as he striked out 12 in a dominant win. However, as we saw last year, we can't win MVP without offense, so Ohtani's gonna blast out this 88-mile-an-hour fastball for his first home run of the year. This game's tied 3-3 in the 7th inning, and Ohtani knows what he has to do, digging this one out for another dinger, making it 2 on the game, and LA is gonna win a close one. Ohtani's off to a very hot start this year, and he's gonna pick up another RBI against Seattle. Seattle would tie this game up in the 7th, but Ohtani delivers his 3rd hit of the game, which would help his team pick up a big-time win. Ohtani is absolutely mashing through the first month of the year with a 1200 OPS, along with 11 home runs, so it's no surprise that he's in first place for the NL MVP. The Mets ruined our World Series chances last year, and we're looking for revenge as Ohtani's gonna launch this one deep to right center field, as this one's gonna carry all the way over the fence to give the Dodgers a revenge win. We're gonna run away with the MVP award at this point, and high fastball doesn't matter. That's a no-doubter to right field. This is a big division game against the 2nd place Padres, and Ohtani's gonna make a statement, blasting his 2nd home run of the game over the fence. The race to find the best team for Ohtani continues, but there's 4 teams where he's not even 99 overall anymore, and while we got off to a rough start in season number 1, I feel like we've put together a very good squad to complement the best player in baseball. Ohtani's bid for MVP continues in June as he blasts this one to center field, and there's no way this is not going to clear the fence as that's his 24th home run of the year. That was encouraging since it had been a bit since Ohtani hit a home run, so he'll absolutely take another one, launching this no-doubt blast to right field for number 25 to extend his lead in the MVP race and help his team get the win. It's no surprise to see Ohtani back in the All-Star game with 1 million votes. These votes are all deserved though because he's putting up excellent stats as a hitter and as a pitcher. We're down 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. Thankfully, Ohtani's up to the plate and he's gonna smack a double back the other way. We're in a good spot as there's still 0 outs, and it's time for our Anthony Santander signing to pay dividends as he's gonna blast another double to score Ohtani and tie the game. Our team is only continuing to get more talented as we win this game, and we're on a huge hot streak as we're 74-35. It looks like our Ohtani is gonna run away with the MVP as he has 49 home runs going into September and also has a chance to win his 2nd straight Cy Young. There's 3 games to go now, and Nationals Ohtani is breathing down our neck for MVP, and he's been one of the better Ohtanis throughout this entire video. We need some big performances over these last couple games to lock down MVP, and this is gonna get it done as that's a definite 3-run bomb as this game's off to a great start. We're going into our last game of the year, and this is a far closer MVP race than I could have ever imagined. We need some extra bases if we want to win our first MVP, and we're starting this one off with a pull to right field, and that's going to be an easy triple for Ohtani. We weren't able to score an RBI in that game, but we still managed to take home the National League MVP, and we also took home the Hank Aaron Award. Our team was 1 game better than last year, winning 113 games, and that's no surprise because on paper, this was an absolute god squad that got great production from Mookie Betts, Anthony Santander, and Cody Bellinger, while our rotation proved to be the best in baseball this year. We're up against the Braves in the NLDS, and the series is tied 1-1 as Ohtani drives this one deep, and I think this one has a chance to go, but Harris is gonna leap up and rob it at the wall. The Braves took a 5-1 lead, and it would be really unfortunate if that robbed home run costs us the game, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. We're in danger of elimination, but thankfully our offense was able to wake up and stay alive despite Ohtani not getting any hits, as we're able to even the series and stay alive for another winner-takes-all Game 5. It's unacceptable for Ohtani to only have 1 hit in this entire playoff series, and he better be hoping he doesn't cost us the game in this one, as the Braves are going to make things even more interesting, putting their own Ohtani on the mound, but we're going to drive this one deep to center field, carrying Harris all the way back to the wall, where he's going to watch this one fly deep and go up for it to rob another home run from us. That's 2 robbed home runs of the playoffs, but despite not playing well, we're able to pull out the comeback win over the Braves and finally advance to the NLCS. Ohtani has to play better if we want to make the World Series, and that's hit very hard, but right to the first baseman for a double play. Ohtani's offensive struggles continue, but at least he's pitching pretty well, as he throws a complete game shutout to help us take game number 1. We would split the next 2 games, so we have the series lead going into game number 4, and down 2 runs, Ohtani's offense finally breaks through as he blasts this one to deep right field. I'm hoping that's the spark he needed, as there's 2 runners in scoring position, but Ohtani beats it out for an infield RBI single. We would take the lead and eventually the game, as we made this series 3-1. A win would send us to the World Series, and we have Shohei Ohtani versus Shohei Ohtani. While he didn't get a hit in this game, our Ohtani held his own on the mound, advancing the Dodgers to the World Series with a 9-inning shutout. The Astros started off with Shohei Ohtani pitching, and he won them game number 1. However, we would get even in game number 2, setting up a very important game 3, but Shohei Ohtani has clearly fallen into a slump. This is not good, as we're already down 3 runs, but thankfully Ohtani finally got a pitch to hit and drove this one the other way. Cody Bellinger would then score him on a sacrifice fly, and we were able to tie the game in the 5th inning as Ohtani hits this one hard right at the second baseman. Houston would retake the lead, and Ohtani has runners in scoring position, and for the first time this whole postseason, he's gonna deliver in the clutch when we absolutely need him the most, as every Astro player knows this one's gone, to give the Dodgers the lead-taking run. That's the type of play we've been waiting for from Ohtani, and it's gonna help the Dodgers take the series lead. That 1 home run gave us all the momentum as we take game number 4, and we could win the World Series in an Ohtani versus Ohtani matchup. A World Series win would solidify Dodgers Ohtani as the best, as he absolutely obliterated this first inning pitch and watched it stay fair as LA's already up 2-0. It's been a rough playoff run, but it would be great to go out on top as Ohtani hits a single that's going to score 2 more runs with the bases loaded. There's no use in continuing to play out this game, as they pulled Ohtani early and we absolutely embarrassed them to win the World Series, turning the Dodgers into a god squad with 0 overall Shohei Ohtani and getting them a World Series win. 5 years in, there's only 3 Ohtanis left at 99 overall, being the Athletics, the Braves, and us, the Dodgers, but Ohtanis on other teams have not been so lucky, as they've regressed down to the low 80s. Shohei Ohtani finished his career winning 5 World Series, 5 Cy Youngs, 4 MVPs, and outlasted the other 29 Shohei Ohtanis I put on every single team, on his way to an absolutely historic career, and according to MLB The Show, that's not enough to make the Hall of Fame, which is absolutely ridiculous. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Please drop a like and subscribe for more MLB The Show content, and click right here to see more.